Hey, this is Susan Egan, Broadway's original Belle in Beauty and the Beast and the voice of Megara in Disney's Hercules. And you're listening to the Magic Our Way podcast with Wonder Boys, Kevin, Danny, Eli, and Lee. And they are a real slice.
Jumbo, everyone!
Harambe!
And welcome to another edition of
The Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way!
Magic Our Way.
The Magic Our Way podcast.
They are truly magical and whatnot.
Asante Sana, everyone. You are listening to the Magic Our Way podcast from New Orleans, Louisiana. And on this show, we invite you to feel the libations.
Feel it, feel it!
We are artistic buffs talking about Disney stuff, and this is a show in which every opinion is welcome. MagicOurWay.com is where you can find us. For this show, we present another installment of our series on bad behavior at Disney. And look, this isn't your typical polished, practiced, pixie dust and Disney podcast. No, sir. We are not in the parks every day trying to tell you whether or not we fit on Tron Light Cycle Run.
That's right, Kev. We're here to drink, talk some Disney, and get bad, baby.
That's right. So while you think up, we're just going to drink up.
My name is Kevin.
I'm Danny.
I'm Eli.
And Lee has a previous engagement tonight, so he won't be able to join us, unfortunately.
Get used to hearing that.
Yep, we will be moving through that for sure.
Gonna be all right.
So guys, look, enough of our jibber jabber. Let's go get bad.
And like we usually do, every now and again there's going to be a story about bad behavior that happens at Disney. We all love Disney, but every now and again we like to cover those stories about those people that love Disney a little too much.
Too much.
And I'm a big fan of these stories, and every time there's a chance for them to come up, I do ask the guys to let me spiel a few tales, if you will.
Because you're a fan of that kind of genre.
I love the true crime. I like the
yeah.
mischief. I like the mayhem.
And no doubt there's a lot of listeners out there that also love the true crime kind of stuff.
As
too,
there should be.
As there should be, yeah.
Yes. So the plan is for this episode, we're going to go through a couple of tales. Hopefully you're entertained by them, and we will chime in as we go.
All right, cool, man. Sounds great. So where would you like to start with first?
Okay, so check this out. We're going to November 2022.
Not too far back. Okay.
Not too far back.
Yeah, it works.
Not all the way back. Now, you guys are a fan of Epcot Food and Wine?
Love Epcot. Big
Absolutely.
fan.
All right.
Good food, good drink, good everything.
Right, and for those who have not partaken on this, this is pretty much a time when Epcot allows you to travel around the world, if you will, and have, what would you say?
Imbibe well,
yeah, little delicacies. You can see, Japan, America, Germany. It's a very good time. If you haven't done it, you're missing out.
plenty of good mastication.
Hey, you do that and you'll go blind.
Maybe. Depending on what I masticate. You go to Japan and get that blowfish that has a poison.
That's a shoot you.
You go blind. I don't know if they serve that, but they should.
That's good stuff.
Yes.
Well, one particular patron, his name is Chase Holderby of Maryland.
Chase what?
Holderby. So he partook in the food and wine festivities, and he kicked it off with 2 beers in under 30 seconds. Like, he chugged 2 beers in that time. And apparently, I don't know.
That was enough to get him messed up?
Apparently so.
So he is not from New Orleans.
He is a lightweight?
Oh, maybe he didn't eat.
Yeah, let's go with that.
He had an empty stomach and he chugged 2 beers in 30 seconds.
But
Fine.
even then, it takes a little bit for your body to metabolize the alcohol.
That's true. So maybe we circle back to...
He might have had some other things going on.
That's what I was thinking.
Edibles.
Could be.
Could be stronger.
Could have partook before he got there.
I'm thinking a little partaking. But they don't really say. We can only, estimate.
Speculate, yes.
So around American Adventure Pavilion, he starts to feel the effects of all these combinations. And he starts dapping people off everywhere he's going. So, he's looking at you in the line like, hey, what you doing? Hey, pop, pop. He's dapping you up. He's feeling good, riding the wave.
When you sent me the link for the story and I read it, I just started laughing because it's the fact that somebody high-fiving people And the American Venture just makes me chuckle. I don't know why.
Maybe it was
like America.
America, yeah.
America. Let's do it, brother.
God, no. Been a while since COVID. America.
Yeah, best country
Our
on
people.
earth. Let's do this.
I'm a real American.
The thing of it is though, if you're walking down the street and there's some idiot running around high-fiving everybody, you're going to be like, okay, watch out for him. When you're in Disney and you see that, you're like, yeah, brother, we in Disney too. Yeah.
Yes.
It's like wearing those big oversized hats.
Oh, yeah,
You
like
can't
the
get
Mad
away
Hatter
with-
hat?
Yeah, people think you're crazy if you wear them when you're home. But in Disney, people are like, yeah, good for you, man.
He's feeling the spirit.
Feeling the spirit.
Kind of like New Orleans, the same way.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
I just think it's funny. It's like, yeah, American Adventure. America.
America.
You could have spread those gold wings, baby.
All for the eagle.
Yes, I love it.
I'm with you. So he starts this off, and nobody pays him.
Nobody cares.
They're dapping with him.
Yeah, I love America.
Now the problem,
Funnel cakes.
he gets around the Japan pavilion. Apparently, things start to change. He gets to the pavilion, and they say he got into the argument with the group of people he's with. They didn't really speculate what the specifics of the argument was.
I think it was a conversation about the causes of World War II,
Yes.
Okay.
which led to all that, and there's just disagreements. I don't know.
Maybe high-fiving strangers when there's still a pandemic going on.
There is that. Yeah, something as definitely as basic as that.
You wash
be.
your hands. You got that COVID on your hands. No, I don't. No, I don't.
High five me.
Come on.
Now his family's mad at him.
Now,
Yeah,
man,
so
he
he-
went to Japan.
so he's in
mad.
Japan.
No
Okay.
word on if he's still drinking like crazy. Like all we've got still is on record is 2 beers.
Two
That's
beers.
it.
'Cause he
No
has-
sake in Japan. No.
Yeah, no, and he has the Grand Marnier slush coming up to him because France is on the way. And I don't know what. There's nothing word on that, huh? He didn't continue drinking.
No, they didn't say. And in other articles I looked at, they pretty much stuck with the 2 beers, and they never had any other documented thing that said he drank in other parts. I mean, I would imagine he should have, because that's literally what the festival is.
All right. Full disclosure: we're from New Orleans. 2 beers in 30 seconds, other than making me feel bloated,
Yeah,
I don't think is going to do anything to me.
it's talent to chug that, but yeah, it's not going to alter your behavior that much. He either was doing something beforehand.
But we're from here, though. I don't know if that has effects on people not from New Orleans.
No, I mean,
Yeah, man, like most men could have 2 beers and drive home and still be legally under the limit.
yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
And this looks like a big gentleman. If you see the
Oh,
picture, this is like a good sized guy.
2 beers
okay.
should have been nothing.
Yeah, I mean, if anything,
I'm a big gentleman.
yes,
yes, you're fun size.
I'm thick. THICCK.
yeah. Ooh,
I had the K because I'm Kevin.
there you go. So, yes, by
Caught that.
by the time he goes ahead and he gets to Japan, he's having the beef with his family,
Terrible.
right? Now, by the time they get to Morocco, security's kind of caught wind, so they must be have been really loud, or whatever this argument was about must have been very passionate. So they're going up to him and they said, "Hey, I think you may want to check out.
Time for you to go.
Time for you to go."
That's right. We don't want anything to happen in front of Philo Magic to happen here.
Yeah, Mr. Chase, I'm glad you had fun. You dapping everybody, but now you got to dap your way on out of here.
Bounce.
Hopefully, he wasn't driving.
Maybe that's what the argument was about with his party. I'm like, I'm glad I can do this. So they go ahead and they start to escort him, right? And so they get him to the Skyliner.
Which is right outside the gate. Yeah, the International Gateway. Nope, not far at all.
Right. So then he goes and he's like, all right, yeah, I'm good. So he starts to go to the exit and just act chill. Then all of a sudden, by the Skyliner, he just ripped his shirt right off.
Is Hulkamania running wild?
Must have been, brother.
24-inch pythons, brother.
So wait, he's by himself.
Well, he's in the line. I mean,
He's in a line, but
Yeah.
none of his family is with him.
They're probably still at Epcot.
well, he was escorted out, but they don't say if someone else specifically from his party
Okay.
is with them. I would assume so,
I
but
would hope so. They're not just sending some drunk to get on the Skyliner by himself.
they're probably like, well, look, we're going to enjoy our vacation. Good luck, Chase.
Yeah.
But they probably had an argument with all of them and said, like, screw you guys. We're
you
staying
guys.
here. You go.
And so he's in line at the Skyliner, and he's like, yeah, while we're waiting here, who wants 2 tickets to the gun show?
Sometimes it can get hot in those lines.
It
Yeah,
could.
I can understand that.
Yeah, well, I
I
mean,
don't know what time of year this was, but
ain't no telling whatever.
I mean, it was
he took.
November, but still, it's Florida. It still could be hot.
But whatever he took might have raised his temperature up some too.
Oh, that's a good point.
There is that. Yeah,
That is a good point.
That's why I'm thinking it wasn't 2 beers, for sure.
2 beers didn't do it. He
I
did
don't-
something else.
I don't think so.
If he's rubbing his nipples on the Skyliner,
Oh Lord,
he might have had some X.
would you ride me? I'd ride me.
I am sexy.
Watch me tweak him.
He had X at Epcot. That's awesome.
That makes a little more sense, though.
Let's go to imagination and go to the sensory room. Let's do this.
So he's there.
He's on the Skyliner. Okay.
But he's not on it yet. He's just he's just in the line in the queue.
Because sometimes there's a line there.
He's
yeah,
shirtless
some
in the
busy
queue.
Yes, he goes ahead, takes off his shirt, and he starts acting crazy again.
Well, good for him to have the confidence. 'Cause I don't know if I don't know if I could do that.
Well, I don't think the people.
Especially if he's a big fella like Eli said.
Yeah,
I could not do that.
But the people in the line do not share his enthusiasm at that point.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're terrified.
You don't say.
Believe it or not, no one high-fived him.
They're just scared of the confidence.
So, I am naked, hear me roar. That's
My nips will be free.
so,
Let them breathe. Thank you.
so now he's cutting up, and so now they're like, okay. They start to try to actually get him into the car, like the cast members and what I say. All right, here, sir, here's your turn. He doesn't want to get in, and he starts to resist, and he almost falls into the, I guess what you would call it, like the under part of it.
Yeah.
Because you know how they got like the gears and stuff all
That would have been
Yeah.
bad.
that keeps it going.
That would have been bad.
Yeah, especially half naked. There ain't no way out of that.
Nope.
Damn straight, because then you got to get the cherry picker and rescue all those people until they dig his carcass.
I didn't even think about that, huh? That's right. You
Ooh.
stuck him in there. They're like, hey, what happened to the right? Some half naked man fell in
Yeah,
it. And,
screw him. He's the one who's acting like an ass. But the people up top who had nothing to do with it.
Decisions were made.
no, that's a good point.
Oh, my gosh.
But they catch him before he actually falls
Falls.
into
Oh, well, there's a good ending there.
Yes, and not from Mr. Chase, because at that point they're like, boom, slap the cuffs on this dude. He crazy.
He gone.
Yeah, what else you going to do at that point?
Yeah,
You got to control the
because
situation.
now he almost kills himself,
Oh, yeah.
and then puts a bunch of people in danger.
It sucks for him because his day started so well. He was making so many friends.
It was,
And
He
then,
was high-fiving American Adventure, loving life. America,
Yeah.
spread your golden wings.
drunk, shirtless, and in handcuffs.
Take your clothes off on the skyline.
Did they give him his shirt back? Or, like, what was it? His mug shot?
they gave him an orange
shirtless?
shirt. No, look, seriously, yes, his mugshot is with no shirt.
Oh,
Wait, you don't
Oh, wait,
believe?
let me
Wait,
see.
see if I can pull this.
no.
Oh, yeah, he's a big burly son of a Yeah.
Let's
Oh, my.
see.
That's a lot of back hair.
Oh, here, can you want to put this up?
Yeah, you should have to.
Yeah. Let me
Oh,
look
my.
at the camera so everybody
Oh,
can see.
maybe we should blur that. I don't
Oh,
know.
Oh, he
we
got
do
some
that?
sun too, though.
I don't know if legally we can show that.
My bad.
Well, he's out. It's Googleable.
It's public.
If you're a wrestling fan, remember Albert? Guys,
Yeah.
that's about what he looks like.
Albert.
A-Train Albert.
Okay.
Prince Albert. He had a couple of different names.
Well, so he ends up getting arrested, though, just to,
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
just to round it out, for trespassing and disorderly intoxication. He pleaded no contest to the charges, and he just paid a $273 fine.
Good for him. Is he banned from the park for life or anything?
Doesn't seem so.
Oh, wow.
Not that I saw. Not that I read in other parts.
Oh, okay. Well, look, hey, maybe just one incident, a little bit unstable, a little bit drunk. Maybe Disney decided to have a little mercy on him because usually, it doesn't take much for them to ban you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know.
I
They're kind
kinda-
of like social media where they just ban you right off the bat.
Exactly. I kind of figured that
Algorithm.
would have been the end of it.
I mean, I guess because he started off with the high five, he was like, well, he was in good spirits.
Yeah.
And then once he had the argument with his people in the middle,
Once
and
he left
security-
America, it was all over.
You know what pisses me off though about this story is that now this is the kind of thing that people use. It opens the door to the whole. Well, this is why Walt didn't want alcohol at Disney.
Oh yeah. It feeds their argument.
Exactly.
But that's not. Yeah, but that's not fair because
No, of course not.
because if people do things before they get to the park, you can't
You
stop
can't control that.
Well,
No.
100% right. But I mean, they still serve alcohol within the park. So I
Yeah.
mean, and that's like saying, like, look, Walt was perfectly okay with smoking. Didn't mind smoking in his park. So should we allow smoking anywhere and everywhere around Disney property? He was okay with that. And the man did enjoy his Scotch Miss.
Yeah, that is a good drink.
I mean, it goes to my argument. It's like we're from New Orleans. We're a podcast from New Orleans, and the Saints won the Super Bowl, and no destruction of property took place. But some of you guys out there, you win some kind of championship.
Oh yeah,
whether it be hockey or football or basketball, and y'all freaking tear your city up. I don't understand that.
me either.
We freaking threw a parade. We're like, hey, let's party
All day.
We know how to handle this.
And even when we lose, let's party.
y'all criticize us for having alcohol like freely flowing every day.
Wedding?
And look to yourself. Wedding, no problem.
Party.
Yeah,
Funeral?
party. Nobody ain't doing
Party.
anything. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, funeral for especially, man.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all know this,
Celebrate
but
their life.
funerals, second line, yeah.
That's all from a funeral,
Yes.
man. We celebrating their life, man, and they had a good life. And
Drinking is like any responsibility, whether it's owning a pet, driving a car, owning a gun. It's the messed up people who ruin it for everybody else who's doing it the
Exactly.
right way.
Well
that's why
said.
prohibition happened.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Punish the guilty and move on. Because, I mean, seriously, like, who liked that philosophy in school where one dude would screw up and they're like, all right, well, the whole class is staying behind.
Oh, that's
the whole class has extra home. No one likes that.
No,
So, I mean,
absolutely not.
it just makes sense. Like, look, don't use this as a means to punish everybody from alcohol in the parks. I mean, shoot, there are people who die on attractions regularly because they ignore the warnings or they get on with a pre-existing condition or they just act up on the ride. We're not shutting down attractions because some idiots can't follow the rules.
Or read.
Or read.
Just
Yeah.
read.
Well, I mean, look, and again, it's one isolated incident. It's not like all the other people that went to Food and Wine, the other, let's say, 20,000 people all started high-fiving, taking off their shirts, and then trying to kill themselves. You know,
No, that's
like,
true. Yeah. They know
It's- it's
Although
an
we ran into
accident.
that one chick. Remember when we went to Food and Wine?
Yeah, Drunk Stacy, remember?
Drunk Stacy. That's right. I don't know if Stacy was
yes!
her name. Yes.
Yeah, that's
No,
right.
Drunk Stacy had a boyfriend, too, and she just kept wandering away, going up to strangers like, hey, I'm Stacy.
I'm Stacy.
Hey, how you doing, Stacey? How you doing?
Love it. Love it.
That's right.
Oh man. Well,
Great flashback.
yeah. No, I remember that one because I was like, we were in France. I was like, who's this girl?
Yes.
Where's she come from?
Stacy.
All right, Eli, that
What's
was
up
great,
next?
man. Thanks. Hey, what we got next?
Who's next?
All right, so next up, we're going to take another little journey on October 30th, 2022.
The day before Halloween. Oh, this is awesome.
This could be spooky.
Could be. It's a little weird. At the Disney Springs Speedway. All right? Speedway.
What's the Disney Springs Speedway?
You mean like the racing track or like a gas
I'm
station?
sorry. Disney
Oh,
Springs
you mean the gas station.
Just the gas
Oh,
station.
yeah, that's right. Because they switched from whatever the old gas. They're now Speedway gas station.
Yeah,
all over the
Speedway
property.
gas station.
Okay. Yeah, I guess they got a contract with Speedway now, so that's where you see it.
I mean,
Which is on Upside. I can get Upside rewards points for going to Speedway. Yeah.
Well, share some of your rewards points with this employee.
Oh no, what happened?
He simply just goes by the name of Eric.
Eric.
Yeah, so he works a late shift, right?
Okay.
He works an overnight shift, and about 3 a.m, some mysterious voice who says to be his boss's boss, they said,
What's your favorite scary movie?
that's what I was thinking.
I thought that's what it sounded like.
Hello, Eric.
3 days.
So just you imagine that. So this poor guy, and it's all, they don't even give his last name.
It's
They
3
just-
in the morning.
3 a.m.
Dude's probably half asleep. And some asshole's calling him.
He's mopping around. He's probably switching out the hot dog wieners and the buns and
Nobody's
the
at
little
the parks
rotisserie
right
thing.
now. Why am I open?
Probably some college student trying to study up for an exam tomorrow.
Who, Eric?
Yeah, Eric.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Disney Springs even closes early. I don't even know why they're open.
Somebody need gas, baby.
All right, so this mysterious voice.
So this
Eric,
mysterious voice who claims to be his boss's boss gives him like this really urgent message, right? He's like, this is, highly important, right? And he tells him that there's a package from FedEx coming, and then there's supposed to be a fire marshal inspection, right? And he tells Eric to send a picture of a fire extinguisher to make sure that the dates on it is still valid. I guess this is for the fire marshal visit.
Uh-huh.
And then he asks for pictures of the safe and all the money that's in the safe. I guess just in case, just in case the fire marshal come decide to burn all the money, you need a picture of the money in the safe for insurance purposes.
Yeah, you don't want to lose it.
Don't want to lose that. Imagine that, like. All right.
I just picture Eric sitting there like, wow, that's crazy. Some Nigerian prince just emailed me about to deposit money, and now the fire marshal needs our safe.
It's like Fire Marshal Bill. Yeah. That's what it was.
Let me tell you something. Eric, though, he is he's loyal to the Speedway. Yes, he's loyal to. Yeah, let's call this voice what Mr. Boss. Let's say,
okay.
Right? So he's like, okay, Mr. Boss. Yes, he takes a picture of the safe. He takes a picture of the money that's in it as well. So now, Mr. Boss, the voice on the phone, want the money.
Want the money.
The voice on the phone wants the money.
Wants the
money. And
count
so
this
is part of the emergency.
No, it's count the money.
I want the money. Count the money.
Count the money.
So he's like,
good to be the king.
So you have to give us the money that's in that safe. You have to now transfer it over. This is important for the Speedway company.
All right. How's he going to transfer? Is he putting it in a FedEx box and shipping it out? What?
So Eric tries to use his own bank card.
Oh, what a good!
I didn't even finish the
sentence. Good guy. He's using his own debit card.
He's using his own debit card to pay towards the Mexican bank account, where I guess this is where Mr. Boss's voice needs the money sent to. Now, the transactions were not able to be processed because the bank canceled the request. Probably because, no offense to Eric, but if you're a gas station employee, I'm pretty sure you can't cover all that money that's in the bank. Not in one shot.
And that was the partners' credit union, right?
Yes, that's Mr. Boss's boss voice.
That's a Disney credit union who does a great job of security, and they canceled that transaction.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's a good job, right? So that if you're Eric, you're like, sorry, as your employee, I tried Mr. Boss's boss voice. I tried, but the bank wouldn't take it. I'm sorry, but I did send you a picture of the fire extinguisher. I'm on your side. Well,
we're good to go.
The voice says, well, listen.
Send me pics.
Yeah, that's not good enough.
Let me slide into your DMs.
Ooh, Lord. So now the voice wants Eric to leave the store and then go to the nearest bit stop. So I guess that's like...
I don't even know what the hell a bit stop is.
My guess is that's like they used to have those Bitcoin things that look like...
I didn't even know they had Bitcoin ATMs and stuff like that.
They were like here and there. Yeah, they weren't really... Maybe were bigger down there than they were here. But so he says, take the money out the safe and then go to the nearest bit stop and send it to us pronto.
Did he just do it?
So, yeah, Eric takes the money from the safe. He leaves the Speedway gas station unattended. So there's not even another employee there. So everybody's probably running there getting free Cheetos and everything while Eric is gone.
There's no need for y'all to be open 24/7.
So I'm sure Eric wasn't in on this because... A, I'm rethinking the idea that he's a college student, for one. And B, it sounds a way too... Like 3 in the morning. What possible transaction can occur at 3 in the morning that's positive?
Nothing.
Sex. That's not even... That couldn't be that positive.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a transaction.
Like, you can't pay anything that'll register with a bank until the morning anyway. And he never said, excuse me, while I call my actual boss to verify your identity.
No. Now my guess is whoever posed as this voice must have been very authoritative and must have set him up really good with all of the urgency and the emergency and the, the delivery and the fire marshal thing. It must have been like, this is all on you. You got to save us, Eric,
So Eric's a dumb...
I'm just going to stick with loyal employee. That's what I'm going to stick with. So now he's supposed to take the money out the safe and then bring it to a bid stop. And he leaves his gas station unattended. But the voice tells him to not worry because he's got it piped in so that local law enforcement can monitor the store while he's gone.
Perfect.
So Eric goes to leave, and then a sheriff just happens to walk into the store.
Perfect.
This is how bad Eric is. They don't even trust him with keys to the store.
They don't, yeah.
So you can't even lock the door behind him and say, sorry, temporarily closed.
So the sheriff comes in and he basically hangs at the store for like roughly 2 hours.
Eric's gone for 2 hours?
Yeah.
Where's the nearest friggin' bank stop?
So
In Tallahassee?
So Eric drives to a mobile gas station on South Polka Violent Road.
Oh, a Popka Vineland Road, yeah.
You know how far that must? I'm guessing
Yeah,
that was a good distance, right?
It's not a good distance, but I don't know why he was up. He probably got lost.
Well,
Popka Vineland is not that far from property.
but that's the only one that had the Bitcoin ATM,
That's crazy.
and so he deposited more than $2,000 into of the store's money into this Bitcoin thing, which means that probably Bitcoin back then that probably was only worth $1. You know,
Mercy me.
so it was too late. Unfortunately, by the time Eric sent it, I guess, and he came to his senses, he realized that maybe he got duped.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't say.
The 2-hour drive to the Bitcoin.
He realized it doesn't say how, but he somehow realizes that this voice is not a supervisor of Speedway.
I
And
am
so-
shocked.
And then he
Look
goes,
at my
and-
face.
You do look shocked.
I am shocked.
And so so his immediate boss, they have his name, but I'm gonna butcher it.
Okay.
Oh, go with it. Yeah, go with it.
What, try
butcher
it?
it? Yeah, just butcher it.
To borrow hand permachan.
You do, and you clean it up.
Dude, that sounds like a football name, like from Key and Peele.
I'm not sure if I've done it. It's a long name. It's a very long name.
All right. Well,
That's fine.
that
So
guy.
real
Okay.
boss, TP, the real boss. He's told that at 5 a.m. the store had been unattended and the doors were unsecured. So now he's going to go ahead and he's going to come down and he checks out everything. Here's the story, and unfortunately, they never got the money back. They never recovered it.
It is gone.
Yeah, and their thought is that there are a bunch of fraudsters who research online the company's district man, like their hierarchy chain, their corporate
Yeah,
chain,
their organizational chart. Yeah.
and then they call the low level employee overnight, and then just try to work the scheme to get him out of money. So now, since then, the store is trying to put other guidelines and training to prevent the employees from having this problem, and so they won't think that there's a false leader on taking their money. But he felt bad that Eric didn't come to him immediately once he got the voice. Once he heard the voice.
Voice.
And instead of, the boss's boss voice and not going to his immediate supervisor saying, hey, so I'll let you know, such and such said he wants me to take $2,000 out to save. You okay with that?
Yeah, that's been my question. So that's why I was like, well, are we sure Eric's not in on it? Because, I mean, there seems to have been several opportunities where they would get off the phone and where at any point in time he could have picked up the phone and said, hey, just want to be clear on something here because maybe you just didn't want to wake the real boss at 3 a.m.
That's a good point, too. But unfortunately, he should have because that boss fired him. Eric had only been there for 3 weeks or less than that.
Oh.
So, they had to let him go. And I'm sure Eric is working somewhere. Maybe he's doing some learning his lesson on that.
He's
Security
working for
guard
the-
somewhere.
Bid ATM, I guess.
Yeah, but the money was never recovered.
That's
This is gone. And because once money is in Cyberland, that's really hard to grab.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck.
That's why I don't mess with that.
Yeah, I can't imagine some weird voice just calling you, and then once it starts with these preliminary things like, here's we got the fire marshal come. This is important. Okay, I get it, the fire extinguisher, but yeah, how does it translate to the safe? That's where I get
Because they're
lost.
checking the gullibility. They're like, well, if he'll do this.
Yeah,
He'll do this,
Yeah,
yeah.
whoa, okay, now we seem legit. And now let's go for the big ass.
He's bid it for, yeah.
yeah.
He bought into it.
Dang, Eric. Dang, man.
Well,
well.
sorry Eric got fired there, but dude, you kind of deserved it.
Yeah, a lesson learned. Hopefully you knew what was going on.
The
Yeah.
voice is coming from inside the gas station.
Exactly.
Who's next?
Okay, so February of this year,
Oh, so recent.
a little recent.
That's
Okay.
last month. Wait, this
month.
But this
Yeah.
month,
We're not done with February yet. Although it is March by the time the show comes out. but
Oh,
it's
that
okay.
is true. So everything I said was accurate.
Yes.
Nice. So there's a crime tip that comes in that leads to this like huge investigation that leads to like this huge 51-page report that goes up to the sheriff's desk that apparently revolves around two of his deputies. How do I say this? Getting black and blue. You know what I'm saying?
Get black and blue.
Yeah.
Well, they're beating each other up.
That's what I'm thinking.
Beating up in the back in a good way.
Oh.
Yeah.
So like S&M.
I guess on duty, though.
Oh, on duty.
There's cop rocking going
Cop
on.
rock.
Cop rocking. Mall cop rocking.
Yeah.
Cop popping lock rocking. That's it.
Pop and
All
lock it.
right. Well,
Yeah.
good for them, man.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
God
So
bless them. You know,
Blue on blue love.
sometimes you got to find love in the workplace. Good for them.
that is tough. So
Knock it out.
there's a Skylar Miller and Angel Mendoza.
Ooh, two
Love it.
ladies were getting it on? That is sexy.
I
Look
like
like two
it.
guys to me.
I don't.
What?
I mean, you know what? It doesn't.
Skylar? That's not
That
a...
sounds like
That's a
It's
girl
like
name,
I
right?
don't know. It could
Oh,
be.
maybe, I guess.
Let me see something
It's
here.
like, and then there's Pat.
Okay, so Skylar is definitely a chick.
Okay.
Skylar's
all right.
definitely a chick.
And Angel?
I'm trying to see here because there's
Only
nothing
Angel
in
I
there.
know is like from Renton. That
Well,
was
I mean,
a guy.
Angel
girl.
could be a guy's
Forbidden
name
lesbian.
for
Well, this
sure.
is getting less sexy as you talk about it, but it was... I was
lesbian love. I'd
yeah,
down
I was
with
like,
it.
ooh, forbidden lesbian love in the back of a cop car. That's so hot, man.
no one see what we doing.
in Florida.
Yeah, I think it might have just been those. Might have been a heterosexual thing.
Mendoza.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I think Angel's a dude.
Ben
I was,
Nova?
looking for something to confirm it, but all they had for Skylar, they said she.
Oh, he had ANGL on his
Hell
knuckles.
with it. Fire them both then. I don't want to hear about all that.
Okay, but Skylar. Okay, so Skylar and Angel had the sexual relationship earlier in 2021,
All right.
Oh,
Good.
but then Skylar and her supervisor,
Oh,
Corporal Robert Garner. So there you go.
They wanna move
That's
up.
a dude.
are they
Yeah.
short? Are they short to supervisor and she didn't just get a phone call from an anonymous voice?
I'm your supervisor. Drop them, draw.
let me get at that bit.
Yeah.
That big.
So she cheated on Angel with this new dude, or the other
supervisor.
dude broke it off?
Well, let's see. They don't really say about it breaking it off, but I think once it gets to...
Oh, they broke it off.
It says that... You know what? You're right. They probably did have some... They had an issue.
Okay.
They did have an issue because Skylar believes that Angel ratted her out when she started dealing with Corporal Gardner.
So what does this have to do with Disney?
Oh, what? Oh, yeah. So essentially, they did like a big report, and they were trying to figure out the times when they were on duty if they were getting booty.
Okay.
On duty, getting booty.
Yeah, on booty duty.
Okay. Well,
And one of the places where they were getting it on that was at a Disney Springs parking lot.
That is a big parking lot. You could get it on in there pretty easily.
maybe they didn't get the memo that it's no longer Pleasure Island.
Hey!
It wasn't that car.
Not New Year's in here. Not New Year's every day in here.
Getting hot and heavy in
I
there.
like it. I like it.
And so what they would say is that they would try to investigate to get the proof, but the problem would be, I guess it was proof, but then it wasn't.
Okay.
The times that it was dated that they should have been like out on patrol separately, it would show that the times that they figured that they were getting it on, they were looking, they got like those body cams.
Yeah.
They're on the vest, and
Yeah.
those cams were shut off during those different points in
Encounter.
time.
Man, they should have left it on. They could have sold it on OnlyFans.
So I gotta imagine.
Holy crap.
Only cop.
I gotta imagine that the Disney Springs parking lot is a pretty public place. Like, really?
Well, they also
Not
this
if
was
you
one
have
of the
tinted
places.
windows.
They did a church
A church?
parking lot.
Wait a minute. Wait, a church and then a family theme park. What was a Chuck E. Cheese on the list next? Like a Baskin and
Got
Robbins.
the tapu.
Good Lord! Oh man, they're just doing all the taboo places.
They were at this for roughly
Wow.
a year.
I can only get it up if we do it at a public playground.
I like it like
With
that.
children.
No, they went to the Holy Land Experience.
Yeah, man. What is it with them in parking lots? Like, I guess on a cop salary, you can't afford a motel room.
I guess so, because the only other place it was at the dude's house. So I mean,
Well, their office is a car, I guess. You got tinted windows.
well, unfortunately, they were able to prove all these family areas instead of them beat on patrol, this is where they were. And so all three of them, Angel, Skylar, and Robert, they all had to resign. Because otherwise they would have been terminated.
So they weren't arrested. They were just disciplined. They were just forced to resign.
Yeah. They give them a choice. But, I mean, the investigation was pretty thorough. But I think if they...
So was that dick.
Yeah. Exactly. You must have needed it really bad. Like, help, officer. Not right now.
I don't know, man. Skylar's got everybody on the force going, wow,
I
man.
guess so.
I want to see this woman.
Mm-hmm.
OnlyFans.
Must be hot as hell. Like,
That's where you see it all.
check out my baton. Yes. Man, I know, like, stress happens in these jobs because they're high pressure,
Absolutely.
positions. But damn.
Well, long hours and stuff like that. You don't really get to go out and stuff like. So who do you meet? You meet the people you work with, and then sometimes offers for romance happens. But yeah, in your squad car, in the middle of family establishments, like if they got it on in like a Dunkin' Donuts bathroom, I mean, I get that because they're cops. I mean, but
That's a
like,
fast car, Danny.
Oh, my
You
God.
got that police interceptor engine. It's a fast car. That turns you on like nothing.
You want to
Vroom,
go
vroom.
fast?
Wow. So that's the connection to Disney, is that they were getting it on. Did they have the what do you call it, the shirts that says "He's my Mickey" and she's my Minnie?
If they did, it was sitting on the dashboard.
Oh man! So I guess Disney Springs garages is a good place to get it on.
Yeah.
I guess so.
There you go. We have to do a show on like great places.
The
to get
Magic
it
Army
on.
podcast does not endorse getting it on.
But if you do, I want to know all about it.
Right. We endorse
boy.
getting it on, but not in any garage that's connected to Disney World or in the mall or period. Yeah.
Well, they got that one garage that's across the street, so I mean nobody's watching that, right?
Yeah, I just wonder how you get it on in the cop car because you got the computers and all that in the front.
Well, you go in the back where the prisoners go. And you
Get the
just kinda lay
bars,
it
you
on,
hold the
yeah.
bars by the window.
Just gotta sit. Maybe she's a little girl or something, a little dude. I don't know.
Must be really petite.
Petite, yeah, it just fits everywhere.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I was always too big to do anything like that in the backseat of a car, especially when I owned a Honda.
Who's next?
All right. So check this one out.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to
got?
go back a little ways. So we're
right.
about August 2008.
2008. All right.
Oh, that's more than just a little ways.
It's a
That's
good
a
way.
2008, really?
Yeah, 2008.
Yeah, it's over a
We didn't
decade
come this-
old.
Damn.
Yeah. Mickey Mouse, Tinkerbell, Aladdin, about 1,000 of their friends held up traffic in Anaheim on a Thursday evening. Now, out of that, 28 of them were arrested while dressed as Disney characters.
So this isn't real Disney characters, right? This is people cosplaying as
Yeah,
Disney characters.
I was gonna go for the build into that, but yes,
Okay.
I just was like, yeah, go for the weird first.
They're real, Danny.
They're all real, man.
All real, man.
So, all right. So essentially, what happened is that it was a protest for this union that wanted higher paying wage for the jobs that they were working at Disney with.
These are Disney employees.
Yeah, well, they're more like contractors. They worked under this union called Unite Here 681, and they were in contract with Disneyland management. They'd working with them, but these were like, I guess like the housekeepers or something.
Oh,
like
that's
that.
when they outsourced all that stuff. Yeah, I could see that. Okay.
Yeah. And so they were in negotiation with them, but while that was happening, all of the workers themselves were, hotel service workers and whatnot. They weren't getting paid what they wanted, and so they just decided to have a strike. And so they dressed up as Disney characters, so Mickey Mouse, Aladdin, Tinkerbell, and they stood out in front of the, Paradise Pier Hotel.
Oh yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so they
Seem to be the Pixar Pier Hotel or something like that.
they all
like
should
that.
have dressed up as Woody and Buzz. That might have
They probably had Woodies and Buzz.
probably so. And so they were waving signs like Disney's unfaithful, unite here, and it had it in like a Disney style font.
I'm gonna guess this didn't go well for them.
Well, it didn't help, but apparently they generated some honks and stuff from fans that were, I guess, for them, but they still blocked traffic enough where like nobody could get anywhere. But yeah, it was about 1,000 people that were in on this protest. It took a little bit, but yeah, the police were trying to be cool about it by directing the traffic in other ways to get to the hotel. But one of the organizers was grabbing the microphone. He was trying to rally the crowd up, and he was just saying that Disney didn't want to meet up with what the union wanted, that kind of stuff. Like, they don't care about us, and Disney has forsaken the image of its characters, which I guess was the motivation for them dressing up in costume.
Someday our rays will come.
Hey!
So the police, they get up and they say, okay, hey, that's enough. Thank you, Mickey. Thank you, Tinkerbell. Let's break this up now. In which case, they didn't want to. Now they started to want to have like the sit-down protest, and then bam, that's when the arresting got started. So there's only a picture of a gentleman.
That's a funny picture.
You seen it?
Yeah. I looked at it, and it makes me laugh.
I want to say the
It's
main...
on the links?
Yeah, it's on the links. I'll post it in the show notes.
Okay.
But there's a guy dressed up as Mickey in a bow tie, and he has this face. And the cop's like, I'm arresting Mickey.
Yes.
Oh, wow. And if you flip through it, so the next girl's like Minnie Mouse with her hands zip tied behind her back.
Pretty nails. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
Nice nails, yes.
Nice nails.
Eric Zunga is the leader. That's the first guy you see. But pretty much Disney said, hey, we were trying to work with everybody. We were going into negotiation, and every time we went into negotiation, these employees would have protests. So they said if we would try to negotiate with them 11 times, they had 14 protests. We don't know what to do with this. I think we're dropping them.
Give them what they want.
Yeah. So pretty much, I think they just let them go from that point. They don't really have.
Let it go.
There's nothing that really says anyone got banned or face any more criminal charges. But it's probably more like mischief. Oh yeah, the union didn't support them anymore.
I was gonna say, there was
no, they lost their job. Yeah, definitely that. They contracted out, so
I saw their request was just that they wanted the bare necessities.
Hey,
That's all that we were looking for.
The bare necessities of health insurance and subsidies, and give me a stock option, won't you please?
Please 401k,
some dental and eye care benefits.
And that's when Disney told them to kiss the pavement.
I want what they want.
Who's next?
Okay, now we're getting to our final one around June 2022.
Okay, last summer, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Last summer, a gentleman named David Emerson Proudfoot.
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 He must be Indian. He's got some Indian
Native
blood.
American, Kevin.
Native American. I'm sorry. Yeah, because Indians from India.
Yes.
We have our Native Americans. Proudfoot. He's proud Native American.
So the gentleman here, Mr. Proudfoot, was at the Swan Hotel and was pushing a large cart, also wearing a gray T-shirt. He's got his beige work pants and a high-visibility orange work vest.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Kind of like that cup I'm looking at. Right
And he also has a Walt Disney World issue name tag with David inscribed on it.
Oh, okay.
All right, so he's there.
It looks legal.
I don't know why you would wear the vest though, but okay. He's pushing this huge cart, and in the Swan Hotel, and so the Disney security kind of looks at him and like, hey, he kind of sticks out, but he doesn't look like he knows where he's going.
He sticks out because he's wearing a high visibility orange vest.
That right? Like that's the thing. They're like, yeah, that doesn't make much sense.
I notice you.
So they go and approach him. They cool about it. They approach him.
Okay.
And he identifies himself as
male.
Yes. He gives him a male name.
Okay.
Yes.
David.
David E. Rogers. And he gives him a birth date and he gives him an address. And he says the reason why he's there is he's part of his job that he's going to have with Disney is he's moving this item from one location to another location. So, they were stopping him in the middle of transit. So the investigators are like, okay, well, cool, my bad, but let's just look you up. Well, they can't find any record of that person's name,
God.
his birth date, the address that the guy gave.
Go figure.
So now security is like, hey, why don't you stay right here, Mr. David? This is kind of weird. We want to work some things out with you. you know, I like these stories because like every time security gets in there, then the deputies show up, it's like, dude, it's over. You know, but this person, they never give up, such as Mr. Proudfoot or Mr. Rogers, if you will. So they say, okay, listen, David, we can't find you in the system, but we want to believe you, right? Why don't you produce like some actual identification? Show us a driver's license or anything like that. So David's like, oh man, I would do that for you, but my wallet is in my locker.
Oh, of course. Yeah, you don't want it on the job.
Yeah, those things happen.
Yeah, it happens for sure.
Yes.
So,
you know, and that's fair, right? It's in an employee locker. So, I'm sorry. So, they're like, okay.
Ronda just scanned his magic band.
Maybe it was in his orange vest, right?
They got to buy those magic bands.
Come on, show us.
Well, you don't work for Disney, but you do have a fast pass coming up for Ratatouille.
So, he goes and they follow him to the locker, but he doesn't know where these lockers are. So David, like, he takes the deputies and the security, like, all through the back parts of the hotel. They cross over to the beach club side of the resort. He just keeps getting lost, and he just backtracks and crisscrosses. And then finally, they run across an employee locker room. So he's like, there you go. Yes, my stuff's right here. So they're like, please take us to your locker.
Take me to your leader.
So he's probably like, yeah. Okay.
I thought that was just, I found the lockers. Isn't this good enough?
Just prove where my wallet is.
We didn't see your ID, sir.
God damn. So now he's like, okay, I got to find my particular locker. So he just goes in like a random like section.
That's perfect.
It says like 800.
Beautiful.
And so he's just like, okay, well, you know, I can't remember exactly where my locker is, but just give me a few minutes. Maybe I'll look up and find one that's unlocked. So he goes into various lockers. He tries to go and unlock a bunch of them. So he's not having any luck.
Go figure.
So one of the deputies is like, all right, look, bro, I ain't want to call you out like this, but I just want to tell you, there's a wallet bulge in your pants pocket.
And it's not his penis.
No.
It's a wallet bulge.
It is not a tuber.
What? It's not a tuba.
So he's like, okay, enough funny games. Chuck out the wallet.
Oh, poor Mr. Rogers.
So Mr. Rogers.
Not a good day in the neighborhood now.
No.
Can't
even change his shoes.
Where's Lady Elaine when you need her?
Where's that king that could get him off the hook?
Where's the trolley to whisk him away?
Toot. Oh man! So of course he has to confess. He has to chalk it up to the cops and reveal his actual name. And so they say, okay, fine. Now we know you're a fake person. Now we know your real name. What were you trying to move in this cart? So it turned out that what he was trying to push was an R2-D2 and some sort of like, I guess, video game machine in this big cart.
A video game machine in a cart?
Yeah, with R2-D2.
With R2-D2.
Yeah, and
that's not conspicuous at all.
No, how large was this cart?
It must have been a huge.
A laundry cart could be pretty big.
But the R2-D2s were $10,000.
Is it a life-size R2-D2 or is it like a itty bitty little like statue?
I imagine it's a life-size.
Oh, they made it at Savi's workshop.
The prices have been going.
Yeah, I was about to say it's the same price.
It went back down.
Nope.
Maybe.
Not at all. No.
Okay.
Expensive.
Interesting.
So the deputies say, all right, look, let us talk to you. So they brought him back to the hotel.
Okay.
And then they talked to him again. And so he says to them, look, I'm going to be honest with you. Be really honest with you. Okay? My name is David Proudfoot.
Okay.
And I was applying for a job with Disney.
Nice.
In security.
Of course.
Now, what you did was you caught me in the middle of studying the vulnerabilities of their security.
Oh, so he's saying he's like an ethical hacker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
yeah, to catch a thief, you got to hire
You got to be a thief.
Yeah. That's how we thinking.
man, dude must have been watching the Suicide Squad or something.
Burn Notice.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like infiltration.
What's that movie with
He's Frank Abagnale Jr. of Disney Security. That's what he is. Catch me if you can.
He's dressed up. Oh my God.
David Proudfoot. Doctor.
Airline pilot. David Proudfoot.
On hand ready. You know I need the R2-D2 hand ready.
Come on now. I'm trying to figure out how this works. Were you about to ask? Were you asking a question beforehand?
No, there was that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone where like he designs prisons.
Oh,
so
escape plan.
There you go. He gets put in a prison so he can test to see how you get out of the prison. And I was like, that's what this. The dude must have just watched that movie.
And yes, so that's what he says to them, and he was hoping that exposing that vulnerability would have helped him not only get the security job, but it would have got him a higher paying security job at Disney. And he had no intent. He wasn't trying to take the R2-D2 or the game or nothing like that.
He's going to return it all.
He's going to return it all.
He's going to throw it on the boss. What's your references? Well, I think Mr. R2-D2 can vouch. I know what I'm doing.
He knows what I'm saying. So the police are like, well, look, tell you what, let's get us a search warrant and let's check out your house and let's just see what we run into. Well, apparently, I guess he had been working on the vulnerabilities for Disney for quite a while because when they went into his house, they found thousands of dollars worth of items that had been stolen from the park in previous months.
Oh, really?
My gosh.
Yeah, he stole light fixtures apparently that had been ripped out of a bathroom. Like, because I guess you got maybe they got real fancy stuff. I guess they in their hotel.
They just ripped it off of the thing.
Just took it off. Yeah,
Craziness.
And they were estimated. I apologize. They were estimated to be worth $1,000 each.
Damn.
Wow.
I'm gonna rip them off the
That's
wall.
what
now.
I'm saying. Nobody was using the bathroom that day. Also, there was a wooden towel cabinet that was estimated to be worth $4,000.
Does he steal anything small? Like,
No, go big and go home, Danny.
Right.
like just anything that could fit in your pocket.
No.
Yeah, he went for a gold necklace that was worth over $700, and there were other
Damn.
items as well. They just didn't want to go through the list, but he is being held at the jail on a $9,650 bond. So yes, it does not.
Well, the thing of it is that he wouldn't have gotten away with this if Detective Schuyler Miller
Man,
boning.
Yes, that's right.
And
Had those Orange County guys not been boning each other,
right,
it would have been great.
he wouldn't have been able to do all this. So
Because of that, he got away with all of it.
right,
I almost got away
Why
with
they
it.
got released.
Yes,
Terrible.
yes. I think here he probably would have had a better chance if he'd dressed a little more inconspicuously and then not.
Oh, you like
be
the
pushing.
orange?
Yeah, not the orange.
Probably a
and then-
bad idea.
Yeah,
I
like,
think so.
Wouldn't you think like the first thing to steal would be like a cast member costume so you could move freely throughout the building without anybody noticing?
Yeah,
I mean,
that
that would
requires
have
some
been.
intelligence, I think.
Yeah,
which,
or scouting the area that you're trying to get in and out of, because that's what got him. He was looking confused, so he's probably walking around in a circle. With
Well, I don't
this
know if he's
big
a
old
scout.
cart.
He's a Proudfoot, so I don't know if he's a scout.
Well, isn't he, as being a Native American, he should be able to track?
Yeah, but not
right?
all Native Americans are good trackers, I guess.
Fair enough.
He's good with walking, which is why he's Proudfoot.
Well, he's Proudfoot.
It's amazing.
But the thing is too is that he had already gotten away with a handful of stuff. If he had
Proudfoot.
it's the typical crime like story narrative.
Crown Prince of the Seminole Nation.
It's like
right?
you were you were done, you were good. You got your light fixtures, you got everything, you got like a nice little stash.
And you
no
got
one
your
caught you,
Proudfoot.
but you got greedy.
You did get greedy.
They always get greedy. There's always the big score that they're like, I don't know.
I exposed your vulnerabilities. Security, you got to beef it up.
Yeah.
Hire me.
Well, who can resist an R2-D2? Come on, they're so cute.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah, they go bleep, bleep, bloop, bloop.
Yeah, I know. Like he had to go for the R2-D2.
He had to, yeah. There's a secret message of
Of what some
Princess
Morse
Leia
code.
naked or something. I don't know.
No, I'm looking over his arrest affidavit.
Yeah.
We even have his phone number here.
Oh, really? We can call
Yeah,
him
we
up?
can call him right now. Do you have the phone capabilities?
I don't have phone capabilities right now, but one day we will. We can give him
Damn
a
it.
call.
We can call him up. and
We
just
can't
ask
call
him.
just
Frank
put on
Abagnale,
speaker.
what's up?
Man, how you doing, man?
He's like, hey, man, I heard you got a R2D2.
What's happening, man? Listen, we got a security job, you know what I'm saying? Got vulnerabilities in it. Think you the top candidate.
Joe in the 6th Ward said you had an R2D2. Can you hook me up?
Yeah.
Mr. Proudfoot, I run a speedway. I need you to test the vulnerabilities of my employees, so I need you to call them and tell them.
Bitcoin. Oh, man. So there we go, man. There's some bad behavior in Disney properties. Very interesting. So thank you for presenting that to us, Eli. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's my honor. I mean, anytime like these stories pop up, I love them. But thank you for letting me tell them, and I hope the fans enjoy them.
So, guys, look, if you have any opinions about any of the articles or any of the bad behavior we talked about today, we're about to tell you how to do that in just a little bit. Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed those stories of bad behavior on Disney properties. Look, if you want to learn more about us, Magic Our Way Podcast is the way to go. There you'll find our social media links, past episodes, and more. Plus, if you want to share your opinions on any of the stories that we've shared today, you can do so through the following ways. First, shoot us an email at show@magicourway.com or call or text us at 1-815-MOWEEKEND. That is 1-815-MOWEEKEND 669-4226. And of course, we have a couple of guys that do things outside of the podcast. We have Eli that does things with comics. Eli, what's up?
Hey, thank you. You can always visit www.ivorycomics.com and see the work that I made, Savages, Molly Be Damned, and of course, Project Geisha. All fully colored books. You can read them. There's only one ad for the Magic Our Way podcast, but other than that, full, good, thorough read. You can also follow the link from the site to the Magic Our Way podcast, so you never miss a beat, you never miss an episode, you never miss who took off their shirt and drank at the park.
Me.
There you go. That's how synergy works. So please visit ivorycomics.com. Facebook, you can find me there, Eli H. Ivory, as long as you're a real person. Nice to meet you, but if you're a bot, cannot greet you. Cannot. I do not want bots running around emailing my friends telling them that I invited them to a barbecue in Saudi Arabia. I don't want to do that. Project Geisha has a Facebook page, so facebook.com/Project Geisha. Instagram, I'm also there, eivory504. And of course, on Twitter, I can be found at Hancock10166. So if you appreciate the madness, then you're just bringing me the gladness. Thank you very much.
And if you need to book a vacation, trust Lee of Magical Moments Vacations, which is a platinum earmarked Disney travel agency. So if Disney loves him, so will you. Book with Lee today by shooting him an email at lee@magicourway.com. A portion of every booking with Lee helps this show as well as goes to support Girl Power to Cure. And remember, you can get hooked up and booked up with no
Hasselvika!
In addition, there's so many ways to support the show as a whole, and you can find them all on our website, magicourway.com. Plus, if you want to elevate your support of the Magic Our Way podcast, go to patreon.com/magicourway. There you will find 6 awesome tiers to support this show. Any way in which you can support the show is deeply appreciated. We also want to thank you for being a loyal listener, and we always love hearing from our listeners. All opinions are always welcome on the Magic Our Way podcast, so make sure you get in touch with us today. So, Mohicans, we say Kwaharini. My name is Kevin.
I'm Danny.
Magic out.
I have every intent.